Alright, I am back with a new video that is not about any one specific game, but I'm branching out a little bit to sort of just do whatever I feel like in a given day. I heard about this video going around that is upsetting a lot of game designers and people with eyes. It is Corridor, who does a lot of like VFX stuff, but they decided to fix a bunch of video game faces using AI morphing. So you take kind of an existing image, you use AI to improve it, there's a lot of air quotes here, and you get a result that they say is better than the original. And I'm going to go put that to the test here. So there are a number of these different morphs that they did. I'm not going to watch the entire video. I'm kind of going to skip through and see what exactly they have to work with here. They talk about the problem with video game faces and that they don't look good enough and they need AI to morph them. So we have Lara Croft here. And one of the things you will quickly notice with this system is that most of what they're doing here is just sort of smoothing things out. It's taking away a lot of detail on the face, especially where you might have some imperfections, you might have some dirt and grime, and now we have Lara Croft who's ready to walk the runway, except for her neck dirt, which is still there. And this is very funny because like Lara Croft is like definitely one of the best facial models I think I've seen in a major game. I think the redesign they did for her was great. And you can also see what AI does, which will be a common theme here where, she's concerned, she's angry, and then here she's just like stoned. I don't it totally changes the expression of these characters, and it just looks deeply strange all the time. So we're going to keep going here. Yeah, sure. I guess we can use AI to make like a, 15, 20-year-old game look less chunky and weird. Like what? So yeah, they could have done, they got to do this with their clothes too. This is more relevant on modern games because like obviously any game that is this old, you can put some sort of new weird face on it and it will be okay. But they did a lot of these. I've seen like one of these. I saw the Alloy one they did, but the rest of these are new to me. Here's Solid Snake, aka that meme Chad bro guy who's got those really sick cheekbones and jawbones and piercing blue eyes now. So that's, clearly much better than the original. I don't know why we even bother with that old model anymore when we have this pinnacle of masculine perfection here. All right. Oh God, skipping around for this is deeply upsetting. All right, is this the old one or the new one? Okay, here we go with Alloy. So poor Alloy has been dealing with this ever since there was that yassified version of her that was the cursed image making the rounds. This is not as extreme as that because at least they're not forcing her to smile. It is definitely also in the same category and absolutely much worse. So what is this AI doing here? It is changing the shape of her eyebrows so they are more sculpted, and that's definitely not something that would happen in the post-apocalypse. They have smoothed out her skin so she doesn't have any imperfections or wrinkles or freckles, which are not, anything you need to remove, and yet here we are. And then, once again, we have the AI eye syndrome here, where it looks like, she has actual emotion in these other ones, and here she looks like a dead-eyed zombie who wants to murder you. So even though this is smoother, because they just smacked an AI render on top of it, it looks much worse. It is less expressive. It doesn't really even look like the same character. It's like someone wearing a Alloy mask. I don't know. I don't know why they're so determined to make Alloy like look so much different than she does, and everyone's like, oh, she's supposed to be great. Like she looks great as it is. I don't know why everyone keeps trying to change Alloy into something she's not. It really does not make any sense. They did a ton of stuff, but this looks so bad. That looks so bad. Why do they think this is better? And Perfect. This is perfection. My mind is blown. So I'm not actually listening to what they're saying. Is this entirely a room just full of white dudes, just AI morphing video game women? Okay. I won't go into that part of it, but I mean, come on. A little stereotypical. Oh, these both look great. Oh god. This is like so irritating. I hate it so much. Like, you just removed all the texture from her skin. Why is that better? That does not look better in the least. You took the green out of her eyes and made it a different color completely, and you gave her perfectly rendered eyebrow. Oh my god, I can't. Okay. So we are once again back to Lara Croft. That's the original render. And again, we just scrape all the dirt off her face. We do change her eyes. These eyes do look weird in this one specific shot. However, they are at least... I keep pausing on these dudes. Okay. They do at least convey emotion. She's like concerned or upset. This person is staring at a menu to order lunch. I don't know what's going on there. Nathan Drake has like one of the best in-game facial models you will ever see. So I don't know what the point is of upgrading him to this version that is just an extremely similar face with different textures and weirder eyes. They keep making everyone's eyes darker also. And I'm pretty sure this nose is crooked. This is not better. This is not remotely better. Why do you think this is better? Also, I think his eyes are too close together. Like, this eye is really close to his nose, and then this eye is further away from his nose. And the whole nose just looks off center. I don't get it. To be fair, they're doing this with men and women, and they both look bad, so that's, equal disparity. We got another one. Yeah, let's remove all the textures and essentially keep everything else the same. This one is like really close. I think they made her eyes a little bigger. Once again, the system is obsessed with like smoothing eyebrows and making everyone have like perfect eyebrows, which I don't, as an eyebrow connoisseur, I don't really understand that. And like, oh, this looks so much better. It's like, yeah, it's because you're just slapping an AI model on this, and like you can't. Oh my god, this is I'm so uncomfortable just watching this. You can't do this in a game. Like you can't just slap AI morphs on a performance capture thing and expect it to be anywhere close to the level of the original. And granted, that may be rapidly changing because this entire technology didn't even exist like a year ago. And the fact that it even can do this as bad as it looks is somewhat disconcerting. But as it stands right now, no, this does not look better on the whole. And seeing it in motion is somehow actually worse. Oh, God. No. Please stop. This is going to give me nightmares. Okay. I don't appreciate this. Okay. We're moving into Grand Theft Auto territory. Again, we're just deleting skin textures here for some reason. Changing eye color. To be fair, this eye color does look a little strange. It's like very intense. This one looks a little normal, a little more normal. Then they just sort of changed his skin color to be a different shade of brown. Like, I don't get it. I don't know. All right, moving on. This is the one that LA Noire, this was like one of the first like super performance captured things. And like, if you've seen this actor in real life who's from Mad Men, I don't know his name, but he looks like this. He does not look like this. So that is one example where you are just changing the person to be someone else entirely. I guess they made his eyes lighter this time as opposed to making them darker, but gonna skip that one. Okay. Commander Shepard. Oh god, what is... Oh, it's that guy. Okay. This is... What's going on here? This looks like some photo that got like morphed and stretched over someone's skin. That just looks uncomfortable. Okay. So once again, we are smoothing out textures. His beard is just a blur now. Literally, I think you could recreate this by just like doing the blur tool over these faces, and that would be like enough to do 90% of this, and like removing some wrinkles and of course smoothing out the eyebrows. Yeah, great. This is that one is sort of better, maybe, but like again, this is one of those games that's so old that like, okay, we just slap a different face on it and it's going to be better by default, given how old this game is. The hair did not really catch up with that. Sponsored segments, definitely skipping that one. Oh boy, now we're into Starfield territory. Okay, so now we're getting a little interesting. So there was this mod that took Sarah Morgan and did some different lighting stuff on her and changed her a little bit. That did make her look somewhat better. This one, something's going on with her eye here. It does not look right. I guess her skin is already kind of smooth here, so smoothing out her skin doesn't do much. It's mainly just changing her eye color and, once again, obsessive eyebrow changing. So not really all that much different. All right, this is the AI version of Preston Garvey. That's somewhat disconcerting. How can you do like the problem of video game faces when these games are like pretty much like 10 years old at this point? Like, yeah, if they did these in a new game, they would probably look different than they did before, and they would look better than just smoothing out all the textures and doing weird stuff with the eyes and eyebrows. What are we doing here? Oh no. We are in the sacred cow of Aerith, who looks perfectly fine there. Final Fantasy characters have pretty smooth skin and nice eyebrows at baseline. And now we're doing this, which makes her a slightly different looking version of herself that is not better. It's just different, and they changed her eye color, and I don't know, even her eyebrows are pretty much the same. It's just they sort of changed her eye shape to be less like Aerith, so she doesn't really look like Aerith anymore. I don't know. What do you want me to say about this? You took this old guy, you removed his wrinkles, you made his skin just blur colored and reshaped his mouth. Sure. Like anything in an old game at this point is just there's pointless. Okay, yeah, great. You fix people from Halo 3 because Halo, like any game in that era, is not going to have good looking people at baseline. So Hitman. Wow, that's really identical, except you actually made his eyebrows worse this time because he has more distinctive eyebrows in the original. So not great. All right, at this point, this is just trolling. I mean, Street Fighter has a very specific animated art style, and you put some weird normal dude's face on it, and it just looks bizarre. Nobody likes that. Oh, God. Okay. I don't even know what to say about these. Like, we're doing live action Street Fighter stuff now. This isn't even like we're fixing the face. This is like we're moving things into live action, which just looks bad. I can't. That doesn't look better. It doesn't look better at all. The AI like didn't know what to do with the eyebrows here, so it just sort of blurred them into his headband. They didn't have any thoughts on the spiky hair. I guess AI can't really change the hair. This is so disconcerting. Okay, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah, we're really fixing these faces here. Just clone stamping a totally different face onto this 15-year-old person's body. Okay. More experiments. I don't know. Like, I get that part of this is played for laughs, and like the more we get closer here, like the goofier things are getting just in general. And like AI is fun to mess around with, but stuff like this where you're like, okay, this is just better, and like AI is improving things, like it's not. It's none of these are better than the original, except when you're talking about like a 20-year-old game that has bad graphics at baseline, and then it just looks weird. Can't explain to me why this one looks better than this one. I guess they didn't remove all of her freckles in this one, which is something, but like the whole point of Alloy was you don't have to be, perfectly symmetrical in every little detail and jawbone and eye structure to be utterly perfect in a character model, and she still looks great. And then they just want to keep jamming her into, these model standards that have every proportion perfect and all this stuff, and it's just, how are they going back to alloy again? Like, Jesus. Okay, just chill out. And that is hopefully the last of this. I guess this is the system they use to do this. I don't have any idea what's going on here. Um, yeah, so this was absolutely cursed. Uh, I don't like. I get that this was probably just done in all in good fun. It's just that I think the industry is so wary of AI right now that even something sort of poking fun at the concept or saying, we fixed this, we're improving on that. It doesn't come off very well. And some of these were just extremely goofy, obviously, and then some of them were like, oh, like this is what's wrong with this, and if we just improve it this way, like the more recent ones, people are saying like the faces look wrong, AI can fix it. And I don't think any animator, any character artist really wants to hear that. So I don't know. This is not going to stop. And as much as we talk about, AI sucks, this and that, it is not really going anywhere. The government's not going to pass any actual legislation to like do anything to prevent AI from scraping data or stealing art or all of that stuff. It exists. It's going to continue to exist. It's just a matter of, will it continue to be used in cursed contexts or be used ethically if that's possible, or what's even going to happen with it at this point? And I don't know. Like this specific thing is just strange, and I get how it could be content for a video. Corridor's other stuff is not really like this for the most part. It's actually kind of interesting VFX stuff, but whatever's going on here is not. I don't love it. So anyway, I just wanted to go through that video. I'd never actually seen it before outside of a few different excerpts. But yeah, if someone wants to do an AI morph of my face and make me all smooth and have better eyebrows and different color eyes, knock yourself out. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.